So last night was absolutely incredible. It was the second stop of the Brian for Mayor listening tour. I'm going to all 32 boroughs in London to speak with you, the people of London, and find out what's your biggest challenge, what are you frustrated with, what is the current mayor failing to do to make your life better. And it was incredible. I went to Tower Hamlets last night. I was at Homerton and Hackney the week before, and next week we're going to be in Newham on Friday. So definitely come out and see me. We had a great discussion, amazing energy in the room, some great community leaders. Met some people that were literally on the ground in Tower Hamlets, working with young girls that have been kind of forced into this county lines kind of drug dealing. And she's saying that sometimes these girls go missing for weeks at a time, and we're trying to build their self-esteem and give them new options. And it was really great to brainstorm with her on what we can do with our young women in our communities that need help, they need leadership, they need more support from the communities. We have some great ideas around young men, but it was great to hear from her. And this is what happens when you get out there and actually talk to the people. You find out what's really happening on the ground. And they raised a lot of questions with the Tower Hamlets Council and some of the decisions they made. And it was incredible insight for me and something I'm going to be looking more into. So I appreciate it. You know, I spoke in depth about 3 of my 12 policies. The first, of course, I spoke about of how we can get London back to work. I think most people are frustrated that their livelihoods have been taken away from them, the economic damage, and all of that. And I asked them point blank, why are we shutting down our hospitality sector when it's responsible for only 3% of COVID transmissions? That's Public Health England's own data. Why are we shutting down a sector that employs tens of millions of people in this country? Because it only spreads a small percentage of the virus. And they're about, well, potentially to shut down everything here in London. And that's going to kill Christmas. The UK hospitality industry has just said if they try to take London into tier 3, it's going to kill 150,000 jobs in this city. Just think about that. More economic devastation after more economic devastation with little or no science to back it up. Next, I talk about how to keep London safe or make London safe again. You know, the mayor just recorded his 100th teenage murder on his watch. 100th teenage murder on his watch. Knife crime is at nightmare proportions, and it has gone up every single year he has been in power. And what's he doing about it? Well, he's defunding the police. He just decided to cut 110 million pounds from the police budget this year. And now he's expecting things to get better. It's ridiculous. It's disrespectful to the people of London and to our children. We should not fear walking out on the streets. We should not have to arm ourselves to walk out on our streets. And that's all on the hands of the current mayor of London. It's really a tragedy. I also talked how we need more police on the streets, but we need it from the communities they serve. That means if you want to police in Tower Hamlets, we need a percentage of your police force from Tower Hamlets so they can see the people both on and off duty. And the last thing I spoke about is really the shocking state of affordable housing in London. Most people cannot afford to rent or buy a house here. And the mayor promised us more broken promises, promised us 80,000 homes per year when he was elected in 2016. And that means by now he owes us around 400,000 homes. How many has he actually built? 12,000. 3% of what he promises. More lies from the man that you call mayor. And it's shocking. And I actually have a solution for that. It's called modular housing. I've gone into detail. And when I become mayor, I'm going to start working on that on May 7th. And I promise to have 50,000 new homes with families in them by Christmas 2021. And I know exactly how we're going to do it. We need to stop talking about building houses and start building houses. And we can do it. And it will ease the housing situation for everyone in the city, not just for people who can't afford housing, but people that even pay a lot for housing in the mid-range. It's just because there's a lack of homes. And we've been promised for decades that we're going to get them. But every single mayor kicks the can down the road, passes the buck, blames the other party, and then expects your vote. And that was my final point. The truth is, the current mayor of London, he's not working right now. He's not out. He's not trying to keep his promises because he knows he has your vote. He knows you're going to vote Labour. You always do. So why should he have to do anything different? 3 more years of the same nonsense. Imagine where knife crime is going to be at in 3 years. Imagine the state of our housing. Imagine what the economy will look like. If it was up to him, we would be locked down for the next decade because that's what he's all about. He'll blame it on the prime minister. He'll get another bailout check. This is his modus operandi, and it's It's costing all of us, you and me, every single day of our lives. And so if you want to change, you have to actively go out of your way and vote and talk about another candidate. I am the only alternative. I am the only alternative at this point, which is why I'm running, because I looked at this landscape and I thought, there is no one credible, no one with new ideas, no one who can execute on those ideas. It's going to be the same old thing if we don't mobilize and do something. So I will say this, the onus is on you. If you choose not to vote, well, that's a vote for our current mayor. And if you choose to vote, if you vote for him, it's 3 more years of that. I am offering you a solution. I want to take London in a new direction. I do this because I love this city and I owe this city so much. 20 years I've spent here and this city has given me everything. It's given me my livelihood, my family, my manhood, everything it's given me. And this is the least I can do to put my life on hold and my business on hold for 3 years and do what is necessary for this city because I love it and I love the citizens. You know, a lot of people say, Brian, aren't you exhausted after a week of London Real and going out for 3 hours and speaking with people? The answer is no. I get so much energy from the citizens of London. I love them. I love to hear their stories. I love to talk to them. I love to hear about their struggles. And I love to promise and then execute on solutions. So no, I'm energized by this and I appreciate all of you. Come see me next week. You can go to my website, brianformayor.london. Book your ticket. It's free. It's a great time. It's a lot of fun. My wife comes. It's a great time. We got great swag. And trust me, you're going to be a part of a massive change. And I appreciate you. And on the last note, I just want to say, I can't do this alone. It's going to take all of us. And I'm going to not only need your vote, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need you to mobilize your friends and family and community and tell them what we are saying, because this is a group effort. So please, there's a volunteer page. Go to my website, sign up. We're going to be calling on you in the next month or so to mobilize and help this effort. I appreciate you. I appreciate London. And I want to change this city. I want to make it world class once again. And I know we can. So thank you. Let's keep fighting.